You see a face for half a second and your brain makes a guess. Normal, familiar, human. But every now and then, a person appears who seems to break that pattern so completely that your mind stalls, because the real answer to what the rarest human on Earth looks like is far stranger than just one unusual face. What would rarity even look like? Most people imagine the rarest human as someone almost mythical. White hair, violet eyes, skin like porcelain, a face that looks designed instead of born. But that is not how human rarity usually works. The rarest-looking person is almost never rare because of one dramatic trait. They are rare because several unlikely traits collide in the same body at the same time. That is when a face stops looking statistically ordinary and starts looking almost impossible. Take eye color. Brown eyes dominate most of the human species. Blue eyes are much less common, and green eyes are rarer still. Researchers such as Hans Eiberg, who studied the genetics behind blue eyes, helped show that traits we treat as everyday features often trace back to small genetic changes with surprisingly deep histories. But even a rare eye color alone does not create the rarest human look. It only becomes extraordinary when it combines with other unusual features that almost never travel together. Now think about hair. Natural red hair is already rare worldwide. It is strongly linked to variants of a gene called MC1R, which has been studied extensively by scientists like Jonathan Rees. Red hair can appear with pale skin and freckles because the body produces more pheomelanin, a reddish-yellow pigment, and less eomelanin, a darker brown-black pigment. That combination is uncommon. But it still is not the edge of human rarity. Then there is skin itself. Human skin tone is shaped by many genes, not one switch. Nina Jablonski and other researchers have shown how skin color evolved in response to sunlight, geography, and the body's need to balance protection with vitamin D production. That means some combinations are common in one population and almost absent in another. When a trait appears outside the pattern your brain expects, it feels striking. Not because it is unnatural, but because it is statistically unusual. And then you reach the truly rare cases. Albinism can reduce or eliminate melanin, leaving a person with very light skin, very light hair, and very light eyes. Waardenburg syndrome can create brilliant blue eyes, a white streak of hair, or wide-set eyes. Heterochromia can make one eye a different color from the other. Vitiligo can create bold patches of depigmented skin across the face and body. Poliosis can produce a dramatic white forelock. None of these traits are common on their own. Put several of them together, and the result can look so unusual that people treat the person like a biological exception. But here is the twist. The rarest human on Earth may not look beautiful in the polished way the internet imagines. They may look unexpected. Their face may carry asymmetry, unusual pigmentation, distinctive hair patterns, or a combination of colors your brain almost never sees in one place. Rarity is not the same as perfection. In biology, rarity usually means low probability, not ideal design. So what might the rarest-looking human actually look like? Imagine a person with albinism, one blue eye and one amber eye, naturally red-tinted or nearly white hair, a sharp white forelock, and visible patches of contrasting skin pigmentation. Or imagine someone from a population where dark features are the norm, but they are born with strikingly light eyes and unusual pigment distribution. Or someone whose facial structure, hair, texture, eye color, and skin pattern each belong to a different tiny corner of the genetic map. That is probably closer to the truth. Not one feature, a pileup of improbabilities. Your brain notices faces by building averages. Psychologists and neuroscientists have long studied how quickly you categorize faces, and work by researchers such as Nancy Canwisher has helped show that the brain has specialized systems for processing them. So when a face drifts far from the average patterns, it can feel unforgettable in an instant. You are not seeing something less human. You are seeing how wide the human range really is, and that range is enormous. The Human Genome Project made one thing very clear. Humans are overwhelmingly similar, yet tiny variations in genes can change pigment, hair form, facial proportions, and developmental patterns in ways that become visually dramatic. A very rare-looking person is not a separate type of human. They are proof that the same species can produce far more variety than your everyday life usually shows you. So when you ask what the rarest human on Earth looks like, the honest answer is this. They probably look like a person made from several genetic lightning strikes at once. A face where almost every visible trait sits at the edge of probability. A person who reminds you that normal is just what you see most often, and rarity is what happens when human possibility stops trying to be familiar. You see a face for half a second and your brain makes a guess. The rarest human on Earth is the face that makes that guess fail.